Got it. I am 12 and 0. Eli, stop popping. Eli, stop. That's if y'all want Bob, y'all don't have to watch me, y'all don't want. They need the count in and they do the thing. So I crashed. Okay. That'll really hold my feelings. By what? Me? What?
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They're not my name either. They're not my name.
We'll see Jared
His dog in the minute, taking on the Cousins in the Minnesota Vikings. The undefeated.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions.
Okay, the Vikings did the ball. No, Detroit did the ball for halftime.
They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind.
We'll see if it affects
them playing anyway.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a look back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Good defense.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 9, Goff connecting here with DJ Shark. Goff linking up with Shark for a Lions first down.
Ain't touching the ball that you did last week.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff.
-9
yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Defense.
Goff now looks to throw.
Sit
The
down.
Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, Cousins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. During the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. Now, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972. That team, and you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Hey, don't copy me.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the line 44.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed? And this is taken out at the 5. Touchdown! Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete to St. Brown. They work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's gone. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they?
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
On EA Show, today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40.
Hey, Pat, who do you think about to win? The Vikes or the,
Swift gonna.
Bravo! The ball!
And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, not get free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offensive line just dropping the ball.
Yeah, that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground. On second down, it's Cook again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to play that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Steps away to his left. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. To the air again. It's Cousins.
Looking. Jefferson. Right open.
He's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 28 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Joseph on for the extra point.
He's
got it, it's 17-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's
How did I let him pass that? That's supposed to intercept the goddamn ball. Like what? Intercepted the ball over you by Watson.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
You know what?
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Chase it up,
That's the kind of big play you'd like to see.
Chase it
This
up.
first half, it
Chase
hasn't
it
come
up.
their
Chase
way.
it up.
They could
Chase it
use a
up.
shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he's brought down here just
It's not
outside
that.
of the 20.
Touchdown. We ain't too many warning, bud. Too many warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
No touchdown, D.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's
No
another
D.
first
No
and 10.
touchdown.
Goff throwing again. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
You ball. Talk to your boyfriend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Come on, buddy.
Pick up there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the
Come on,
passing game
buddy.
here in the first
Got
half. They must have seen
10,
something in the
got
scouting.
9,
and said,
got
hey,
9 too.
we can
Hey, what?
capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running
In
game
the
going.
pass. Get out of
That
here,
one drops
kid.
down, incomplete.
Like what? In
Good
the
coverage
pass.
there, forced the ball
Like what?
free,
Y'all
and it's
not
2nd
out there.
down.
No touchdown.
From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
What? How he end? He wasn't in.
T.J. Hawkinson.
No, time me that. Alright, repay. Okay. Oh yeah, that is a touchdown. He was on my man.
7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. And oh, it's
ball! It's ball!
This is
Get the
going
ball!
the other
Get the
way.
ball! Let's go!
Look at this,
I'm about
middle
to
of the
punch!
field, a breakaway.
I'm about to punch!
He's at the 30.
Let's go! Let's
10.
go! Touchdown!
And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free
Okay, here
run.
goes.
The kicker, oftentimes, is going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ha ha ha. Uh-oh.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Not
an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Going from Jefferson downfield.
Wide open.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line. Hurry up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. He had it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Joseph's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
2 minutes.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12.
My ball. That time.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get this started up in Orchard Park, an AFC's matchup with the Jets in town to take on Buffalo. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Elijah Moore, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes.
The same weapon? God dang.
Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And you can see they lead the visiting Houston Texans at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here we go.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Monday Night Football. Toss up.
Cousins to throw it. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Shut it down and 1.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. And it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Hut. Toss up.
To throw, Cousins rolling to his right.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Toss up.
Throwing again on second and 10. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On third down, Cousins. And Complete on the deep ball.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Goff.
It's down.
And down he goes. Back at the 8-yard
Go
line.
down. Go in 20.
Loss of 10 as
God
multiple
dang,
defenders get to it.
long.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away.
Yeet. Hey. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Stop copying me.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. They go play action. Cousins. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation.
Touchdown.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they get this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that is incomplete here.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody don't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went,
It's not a good decision.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Lions offense ready to kick off the next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now gone. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. To the air again. Goff. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 20. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Amir Smith-Marset, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st down, gone. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Get down. He's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Lewis Seen brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 3rd and long. It's Goff. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A first down throw for Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now to throw on first down. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Lions, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm...
I might go on Fortnite on my iPad. I stay on Fortnite on my iPad. I didn't say I'm playing Fortnite. If you saw, I ain't playing Fortnite. I'm playing football. I ain't not though. Stop calling me that. Ew. What is that?
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on Matt Ryan and the
US Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it will come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Ryan.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole. After the touchdown on the other side, how will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
I'm looking for the
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Touching timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Ryan will throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's epic.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Return there, give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
They're almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Who we are. So, machine. Starting to Seahawks.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw again on second down. Ryan, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. $21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold.